Good afternoon, class. Today, I will be teaching you how to do Pythagorean theorem. And a quote from Pythagoras himself: "There is a geometry in the humming of the strings. There is music in the spacing of the spheres." So I thought that was a cool quote. So I want you to learn how to solve problems using Pythagorean theorem. And I learned this from my college algebra class in high school, which I don't understand. It's kind of like geometry, but it is what it is. So I will tell you the process and how you can solve it using everyday problems. First, you write the equation, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now this comes from a right triangle because a and b are the shortest sides, so they're the legs, and c is the hypotenuse because it's the longest side, and is diagonally across from the right angle, which is 90 degrees. So that's something to remember about the legs and the hypotenuse. For example, if you had a pool outside in your backyard, it's not perfect, but it is what it is, and the width is 30 feet wide, and the length is 60 feet long, and you swim diagonally across the pool, how far did you swim? So this is C, this is A, and this is B. And you can just erase this, so now it's like a triangle. So to solve C, which we don't know, we'll write out a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Next, to keep things organized, like cited on Binged It, it's gonna be 30 squared plus 60 squared equals c squared, since we haven't figured it out yet. So to know the size and everything, you keep it organized in the same format. And then next you simplify the square root. So 30 squared would be 900 plus 3600. Oops, sorry. That was kind of ugly. 3600 equals c squared. And then next, the obvious part is you add the two together. So you'll come up with 4500 equals c squared. But you're not done yet. The thing is, you have to do the square root of both sides so you can get c by itself. And so to find the nearest foot, I don't want to actually calculate it, but since I already know 4500 is rounded up to 67, and that equals c. So this cancels. And so how far you swam across the pool was 67 feet. And that's simple. You can do it with equations and everything, like I can draw a triangle and do x plus 7 and x plus 6 and find c. But that's for like the more advanced people and like college classes, especially with geometry. But yeah, Pythagorean theorem is pretty simple. Just remember that a squared plus b squared equals c squared, or it can go other ways where you have your a squared, but you don't have your b squared, and you have your c. So you have these, but you don't know this. It's the same concept, but you're basically subtracting a from c. So it's kind of simple, but if you want to be more complex, you can do the equations and everything. And don't forget your units. So if you have units in a problem, don't forget that. That's the most important thing. But I'm glad that I got to share with you on how to write the Pythagorean theorem, how to label and draw a diagram, and then you substitute your values into the equation, and you simplify the square root, and then you just solve it. And a good way to check your answers from WikiHow, you can always plug it back in to see if it equals c squared, or you can do different variables and everything. So that's it.